Good morning, all you beautiful people out there. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us all rejoice and be glad in it. I pray that whatever your hand finds to do today, you work at it with all your heart as if doing it unto the Lord. Well, maybe not today because today is a holy day. So, happy Shavuot, everybody. Well, depending on what calendar you're following. Seems like we are so far behind everyone else this year. But that's okay. Nevertheless, we need to make our biblically accurate Shavuot wave offering bread. Let's get into it and begin to bake. Here we go. While many of you guys have already celebrated Shavuot or are celebrating Shavuot today, I know there are probably several people on my friends list that are asking the question,
what is Shavuot?
Shavuot what?
Shavuot, otherwise known as Pentecost.
Oh yeah, I think I heard my pastor talk about that at church before.
Maybe, but it wouldn't surprise me if you hadn't. Shavuot is mentioned in the Old Testament, and most churches tend to glance over that part, except that part about tithing 10%. They don't seem to glance over that one.
So what is Shavuot?
Shavuot is one of God's appointed feast days that we're supposed to celebrate forever, until heaven and earth pass away, and we're still here. So we're going to be obedient because we love the Lord with all of our heart, our soul, and our strength. And if we love Him, we will obey Him. It's the day that marks 50 days after Passover and marks the wheat harvest and the giving of the Torah on Mount Sinai. It's also the day that the Holy Spirit was poured out on the disciples, Acts chapter 2. And one of the most unique parts about Shavuot is presenting our wave offering of our 2 loaves made out of the finest flour. So, are you ready to learn how to make Shavuot bread?
I don't know. It sounds hard.
Nah, it's easy. Anybody can do it.
Even me?
Even you, buddy. Attaboy. Let's get started. Leviticus 23:17 says, "You shall bring forth from your dwelling places 2 loaves of bread, to be waved, made of 2/10 of an ephah of the finest flour, and baked with leaven, to be presented for the Lord as a first fruits offering." So then the question arises, is that 2/10 of an ephah to make 2 loaves? Or is that 2 loaves at 2/10 of an ephah each? And to be honest, I don't know. But I do know that if each loaf was 2/10 of an ephah, it would be a huge piece of bread and it wouldn't fit in your standard modern day oven. So, for the purposes of interpreting this passage, we're just going to assume that it takes 2/10 of an ephah to make both loaves.
But wait, what's an ephah?
I'm so glad you asked. 1 ephah is about 5.8 gallons, so 2/10 of an ephah is about 18 3/5 cup. So each loaf should get about 9.3 cups of flour.
Oh, I'm so confused.
Don't be. Let's keep it simple and we'll only do 1 loaf at a time. Each Shavuot loaf will contain 1,116 grams of double O flour, 2.5 tablespoons of yeast, a half a cup of olive oil, and 3 cups of warm water.
What is double O flour?
Double O refers to the fineness of the flour's grind. And Leviticus calls for the finest flour, and it does not get finer than double O.
So it's like really small.
Yup, really small. Very good.
Very good.
Mix together the water and the yeast and let it sit for 10 minutes. Add the olive oil and the flour just a little bit at a time. After your dough is mixed, place on a lightly floured surface and knead vigorously. Once you have the right consistency, transfer your dough to a lightly oiled bowl and set it somewhere warm and let it rise for an hour. After your dough is risen, lightly oil your baking dish and punch down your dough. Cover your baking dish with a lid and let it rise again for another hour. Hey man, that's a really nice copper pan. Where'd you get that?
It's a long story.
I bet it is. While your bread is rising a second time, preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. After your dough has risen for another hour, place your bread in the oven and bake for 45 minutes or until it's 190 degrees. Once your bread has reached the proper internal temperature, carefully remove it from the pan and let it cool. And boom bada bang, you've got your first Shavuot wave loaf. See, I told you. It wasn't that hard, was it?
No, but now I've got to do it all again.
Hang on, man. I got you.
Whoa, thanks.
No problem, big guy. I got your back. So in conclusion, I hope you guys have a wonderful Shavuot today. Or if you're on a different calendar, I hope you guys had a good Shavuot a month ago. And at the very least, I hope you guys have learned what Shavuot is, because it's one of God's 7 feast days that he told us to celebrate forever. And forever still means to this day. There's a kingdom coming, and it's not too late to start learning how God does things, because his ways are above our ways, and his ways are forever. But hey, either way, I love you guys, and I'm gonna keep praying for you.